So today we're uppotting some eggplant and sweet banana peppers. These eggplant we started from seed in the little seed trays here from Menards, and these are actually a freebie seed of mystery eggplant, and every single seed sprouted, so I thought that was really cool. And we're just moving them from the seed tray over to a solo cup. I can fit 15 solo cups on this 1020 standard tray, and we're just giving the plant more room, more soil, more nutrients to grow into. And if you have any guesses as to which kind of eggplant it is from like the leaf shape, let me know. I'm very curious. I really want Black Beauty eggplant, and so I'm thinking I still might buy one from the garden center, but I really also like the fairy tale eggplant that we had last year because they were so cute growing. They were so cute. They're like little striped ones, and I see why they have their name fairy tale eggplant, because they're just so cute. So we're probably going to give a couple away when it gets time. I had actually posted in one of the groups, and then like had this issue where it's still early, so they can't go outside. So a lot of people actually don't have like a place for them right now, which is why they buy starts, right? Or want starts. So I'm just sort of gonna wait, and then I'll probably give a couple in one of our Facebook groups to people in the area, because I don't think we have room for 10. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe I can find more room. We'll see. We don't have chickens, but we definitely can relate to chicken math with like plant math. The strawberries seem to be actually very happy here in our container strawberries. We got lots of little babies going on, and it's staying drained pretty well. The other recent planting that we did was actually 2 lilac bushes. We have one here. This is a Korean dwarf lilac, and then there's this taller one here, and it should be full size eventually, but they are in the shade right now, but they usually get a lot of sun in the early morning and in the evening, so I'm hoping they'll be happy. And here's my forget-me-nots. They are definitely happy. Check it out. These are my lavender that I had put on the bank over here, the ones the deer did not eat, but they're starting to get little heads for their lavender buds. Super exciting. Recently, me and my mom did a plant swap. I gave her some of our lily of the valley, and she gave us a few of these ferns, and it looks happy currently, and this will be a much more shaded area whenever the leaves actually, you know, fill in around this tree. So we really love to grow by seed, because the whole idea of watching it, you know, throughout its whole life cycle is really kind of sweet in my opinion. And the only thing is, I get a little chaotic in the garden, and I know that the plants are going to do what they want, and the seeds are going to come up when the seeds are ready to come up and when they're happy. However, I start like not trusting the process at some point, and I get super chaotic, and I start adding extra seeds. Even though I know the seeds are going to come up when they're ready to come up. So, we have seen spinach so far, and the little cilantros are just now starting to get like their third leaf, their third like wavy leaf, and they're so cute. I'm seeing some lettuces come up. The arugula that we planted actually came up super fast. That's from Botanical Interest, which is like a epic gardening business. We were out and about at a different garden center, and we found the arugula seeds, and I was like, why not? So we planted arugula seeds. It made it through the snow, and we're getting closer to kind of like a cold night this weekend, I think, maybe, and I'm sure it'll do just fine. There's little things like strawberries coming up. I'm seeing some beets and more lettuce. We planted a couple different varieties of lettuce. The iceberg lettuce so far has been the most reliable germinator, so I'm not sure if that's a general rule or just the situation that we have. I could not get one Tom Thumb lettuce to germinate, so I got Little Gem instead, and so I have a few rows of Little Gem that are germinating. I haven't seen any dill coming up, or oregano or thyme that I planted from seed, but we've had a couple cabbages, lots of radishes, are so happy, and what else, a couple kale that germinated indoors. I moved outside, they're doing fine. And onions, we planted onions from seed this winter, and we just planted the little individual onions in the garden. They took up one whole row in the front garden and just a tiny bit of the next one, and then we're also trying Tokyo White bunching onions this year. We started some ahead of time, and then I put more seeds in, so we'll see how that goes.
Look at our lily of the valley as they're coming in. They got their little flowers starting to form. We have a bunch of them in here. Sheila really loves the smell of them. And then here's a couple more ferns that I traded my mom for. Hope they'll be happy. It's usually pretty shady over here. Check out this giant alien bulb here. This one is supposed to be really, really tall. I mean, when you look at it. And then you see this one here. It's like a little 6-inch bloom. So we tried to layer them little into big, and these are our Egyptian walking onions, and they kind of do their own thing. But the thing I'm super excited to show everybody is actually our tulip bed. It's doing really well. We had to use like deer away spray or whatever to try and save them from the deer, because we do live near like a wooded area. And we have just so many blooms coming in. A lot more are coming in. Even the ones where the deers actually munch them. And like, look at that beauty. Isn't she just gorgeous? The pinks, the yellows, and even the little white ones. So beautiful. Anyone else have tulips out there that are starting to bloom and are beautiful colors? Definitely share those.
So the reason why we have so many peppers this year is I like to try different varieties a lot, because like, how do you know you like them if you don't try them, right? So I've been collecting different types of peppers, and I've had them for a few years, you know, and I was like, oh no, I need to use the rest of my peppers that I've hoarded, otherwise, you know, they won't be any good. It's been a few years. Yeah, so some of these peppers were like from 3 seasons ago. And obviously we still got a huge amount of seeds. I dumped all my seeds out of like probably 9 or 10 different varieties, and some were just totally dead and didn't come up, and others only gave me a couple. Like, I think I got 2 Anaheim, but the sweet banana pepper gave me a lot. Like probably like 24, because I have more more still over there in the different tray. And so the pumpkin spice jalapeno also germinated every single seed. I have 30 of the pumpkin spice jalapeno, and the germination rate was just crazy. And so I got a lot more peppers than I really intended to, but I also have more space than I really intended to, so I'm sure some will be given away, just like the eggplant, but I'm also going to keep a bunch of pepper plants.
Our catmint that we just planted is doing really well, and we actually have some surprise hostas back here. Found that out while I was trying to plant the ferns. Here's last year's catmint, and you can see it's grown in really well too. So I'm super happy to see how both of these are going to fill in the bank over the years. And here is actually, I think, some of the calla lilies. Sheila's grandma had some calla lilies over here, and they didn't come up last year, but they're definitely doing something this year. Can't wait to see those come in. They're beautiful. I also picked up these whenever we were getting our lilac bushes yesterday, and it's woodland phlox. It smells really good actually. And we're gonna check in on all of Sheila's hard work. Wow, look at all of them little babies. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!